Have you ever felt like you're strong enough to muscle up, but still can't quite get a clean one? That's exactly where I am right now. The strength is there, but I'm still working on the power, timing, and the technique needed to make it all come together. In this update, I'm sharing the latest progress as I've moved down to thinner resistance bands. What's interesting is that the bands aren't really helping me to get stronger anymore. They're helping me refine the movement and get closer to a clean, unassisted muscle up. I also want to be honest about how long this journey's taken. Every time I start making good progress, I seem to pick up an injury that sets me back months. It can feel like one step forward and two steps back, rebuilding strength I've already gained. It means altogether, it's taken me over 18 months since I set the goal of getting a muscle up to now, because I always have to pause my training for months and it can be super frustrating when I just want to get cracking and get stronger. When is it gonna get better? But I have to stop due to an injury. I'm currently injured now. So this video is the latest progress before my latest injury. But if you're stuck in that awkward stage where you're strong enough to be close, yet still not quite there, hopefully this update shows that progress isn't always linear and that the breakthrough might be closer than you think. You can see I've got the whole collection of coloured bands. Caught them all like Pokemons. And I was very happy because, as you'll see, I progressed through all of the bands. And after yellow, it's just your body weight. Yellow band is actually quite difficult to do alone because it's so thin. I don't know if you can see here, but it's a very thin band that you might as well just progress to body weight once you've done red.
Oh yeah.
Wanted to highlight the different colours and the resistance. It says different things. So like the red one you can see here says it's between 9 to 16 kg resistance, but I don't think so, because you can imagine, right, when you use the bands, they're different resistance according to different areas they're using the bands. So obviously at the bottom it's going to spring up much quicker than at the top. It doesn't give you any help because it's already, it's not recoiled enough. So it's just going to help you with that initial high pull, basically. And so the bands are good for working on the weak points, and my weak point is definitely in my explosiveness, so in my high pull. I think once I get to the middle ground, as you'll see in the videos, I can help myself go over the bar into that deep dip. So let's get into it. This is my second video showing you my muscle ups with bands, so I was starting to feel a little bit more confident, meaning that I thought I could do 2 in a row if I tried a black band with a red band. I seem to think this is the equivalent of a purple band. Girl math, whatever. I'll place the picture to remind you guys of the order of the bands. As you've seen, I do have the purple one at home, but I can't bring all these bands along with my parallettes and my weighted belt to the gym all the time. I'd have to carry a suitcase with me. From this video and the next few, you'll see me doing muscle ups with the band. You'll notice my sticking point seems to be at the transition, meaning that my explosive pull just isn't high enough, and that's where the bands are really helping me, give me that extra oomph to get over the bar. I feel I do have enough control to push myself and curve myself over the bar to get up, even though it's a little bit dodgy at the moment, but it's the initial pull where the bands are being super useful. And here is a clip of a day I did bring the purple band. Notice how it helps give me that extra oomph, and then I have that sticking point, but I'm strong enough to push myself up. Now, at the beginning of the month, I was using the purple band or the red and black band together, according to which I brought to the gym, and I would do one single muscle up and repeat this 10 times. Once I could do 2 in a row for multiple sets, I would move down to the next band, from purple to black. I felt comfortable moving to black band and doing 1 rep of 10 sets of black banded muscle ups. After about 2 weeks of practicing with purple, then I was getting 2 in a row quite a few times. Look at my face. This was one of the first times I'd achieved a muscle up with a thinner band. 2 was definitely out the question at this moment in time, so I continued my sessions adding these black banded 1 rep for 10 sets exercise during my gym sessions twice a week. Massive tip, before I do my reps, I make sure I have a false grip, so my hands are over the bar. Then I make sure I jump directly in front of me, so it's almost a diagonal movement, and you can see here in slow-mo. I try and keep my body as straight as I can. I do use my legs a little bit to help me with that momentum. And because I'm currently not explosive enough, I do have to use all my power, almost as if I'm doing a slow muscle up, to push my way to the top. The best tip for the muscle up I've ever been given is to think that you're curving around the bar. It's actually a push movement more than a pull movement. So if you think about pushing that bar down, as opposed to simply pulling like a pull-up. This training technique seemed to be working for me, and that's why I want to share it with you, because like clockwork, 2 weeks later, I was down to a red band. But there are always reps I don't quite get.
Let's go.
And that's okay.
And drive.
Can't be a superhero every day. However, what is powerful is the gym community, and after just a few minutes rest, with a little motivation and help from my gym friends, I was back at it again.
Yes,
I was so proud to have progressed to red band relatively quickly considering how long my muscle up journey has been. I thought this clip was interesting so you could see how I reposition the box a little bit behind the bar. It's very important so you can jump a little bit in front and therefore be in the correct diagonal position when you're doing the muscle up. This is my first ever recording of the red banded one, and you can see just how happy I get that I managed to get over the bar. I really surprised myself. Everything was going so well. The red sometimes felt even easy, dare I say, so I thought I'd try a yellow. Now, a yellow is so thin, if you remember from the beginning of this video, that you're practically doing it without any help at all. It almost works as a placebo effect. And I feel like I could have got over. We're actually going to compare my yellow with red band in a minute, so you can see just how close I was. It's very important to stay humble and patient during the process. I could easily chicken wing my way at the top, and sometimes I feel if I just use the power of my stronger arm, I can get to the top, but you see here, I refuse to do so because I want to get my form correct, and that's why I'm using the bands. I know I have the strength, but the bands are going to clean up my form. To show you what I mean, I've made a still of me doing a muscle up with the red band where I do get over the bar, and then the still at the same point with the yellow band. And if you look at them side by side, I'm actually positioned in almost exactly the same position on the bar. So I do feel I could have got to the top. Perhaps it's a matter of confidence. But now if you look at this still, a fraction of a second later in the red band and using the yellow band, I can now see a very minute but clear difference in my pushing ability, where I'm just a smidgen lower on the yellow band. I came so close, guys. I am so close now, but unfortunately, as much as it pains me, I'll have to take a break now from my muscle up and my pull up training. I wish I could be fixed, like straightening the leg of a wonky chair. However, I don't want to end this video on a sad note and woe is me. There are lots of things in exercise, movement and training that I can do and concentrate on now that I can't do my favourites for the moment. I didn't come this far to only get this far. I know I'll be back, bigger and stronger and better than ever. I hope this video has helped you on your muscle up journey in feeling not so alone in getting this very frustrating but very rewarding calisthenics skill. And if you want to see how my journey started, then watch this video next. Please give me a little like if you've enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you soon. Ciao!